On the edge of town, where the streetlights sputtered and died, stood the rusted gates of Gigglesnort's Funfair. It had been closed for 50 years. "Legend says," Molly whispered, her pirate costume rustling in the wind, "that on Halloween night, the ghost of Gigglesnort the clown opens the park for ghosts, and one kid can win a prize." Aaron, dressed as a scientist, nervously shined his flashlight on the creepy, grinning clown face on the sign. "A real ghost carnival? We have to see it." Danielle, wearing a paint-splattered artist's smock, was already sketching the spooky gate in her notebook. "Come on, Aaron. It'll be an adventure," Molly urged, rattling the chained gate. "An adventure into getting grounded," Aaron mumbled, adjusting his glasses. Statistically speaking, this is a terrible idea. But Molly had already found a loose bar, and with a grin, she slipped through. The moment they were all inside, the world exploded in ghostly light. The Ferris wheel creaked to life with glowing green pods, the carousel spun with see-through horses, and eerie, cheerful music drifted from the funhouse. Translucent, shimmering ghosts floated everywhere, munching on ghost corn and running the games. Aaron, Molly, and Danielle dove behind a popcorn stand, their jaws dropped in amazement. "Well, hello there," a voice boomed. A tall, lanky ghost clown with a spinning boatee and a wilted flower on his lapel floated right through the popcorn stand. "Welcome, living guests, to my little haunt. I'm Gigglesnort." He tipped his tiny top hat, and the flower squirted a glob of harmless green slime that landed right on Aaron's shoe. "Care to play for the grand prize?" Gigglesnort led them to a game booth called Spooky Splatter. "The rules are simple," he chuckled. "You get these ghouly goo blasters." He handed them toy guns filled with thick, purple goo. "Hit more flying jack-o'-lanterns than I can, and the grand prize is yours." He pointed to his own high score on the wall, which was an impossible-looking number. Molly went first. She was a great shot, but the little jack-o'-lanterns were tricky. They zipped and zoomed through the air, giggling as they dodged her purple goo blasts. Splat! A glob of goo hit the back wall. Another missed. "Time's up," Gigglesnort called out cheerfully. Molly hadn't even come close. Danielle was next. Instead of aiming for the targets, she tried to be artistic. She shot beautiful, looping swirls of goo, hoping to trap the pumpkins. It made a spectacular purple mess, and one pumpkin even got stuck for a second before wiggling free. It was fun, but it wasn't enough to beat the high score. It was all up to Aaron. He took a deep breath, but before he fired, he paused. He had been watching. "Wait a minute," he said, his eyes lighting up. "I see it. They always swoop down after they wiggle, right? They're in a pattern." He turned to his friends. "I have a plan, but I can't do it alone." The three friends stood shoulder to shoulder for one last try. "Ready?" Aaron whispered. "Now?" Danielle fired a huge wall of goo to the right. Just as Aaron predicted, the pumpkins wiggled away and swooped down to the left, right into Molly's line of fire. Splat, splat, splat. Molly hit one after another, covering them in purple goo. Ding, ding, ding. A massive bell rang out. They had beaten the score. Gigglesnort floated over, clapping his ghostly hands. "Hooray! You did it!" The grand prize wasn't a wish, but something even better. A treasure chest overflowing with glowing, gooey, ectoplasm-flavored taffy. As the sun began to rise, the ghosts waved goodbye, and the three friends walked home, their pockets full of spooky candy and their hearts full of adventure.